Today we'll be driving around an ETS2 Multiplayer with RoadKing. RoadKing is a virtual trucking company that I'm part of. They strive to be the most professional virtual company in the virtual trucking industry. So today I'll be driving around, delivering some loads, and looks like the stream is all good, so let's head on into the truck. Turn the engines on. Alright. F7 enter.
Lan bana bak. Alo.
Alo?
Alo.
Seems like
Alo?
Senin dizimi alıp tokatlarım götünden ha.
there's a okay. Thank you for screaming. Oh right. First we should find a job.
Boş yapma lan orospu çocuk.
It seems like World of Trucks has gone down a little. So let's see. We'll head over to Amsterdam. I think I'll change the radius to 20. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's get going. Alright, here's our cargo. Freight market. And we're taking a 24-ton excavator up to Amsterdam. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh! Okay. Must have got caught underneath the pin there. There we go. Alright, let's go. Turn the beacon lights on because this cargo it's a little fragile and exposed, so once we get on the highway, I'll turn it off. It's a pet peeve of mine how people always turn it on and leave it on. And it does cause a little lag, so I had a really bad system before, so it made me even angrier. So now I can handle it, so it's okay. Turn the beacon lights off here. Alright, let's floor it now, basically. Speed limit's actually 50, but nobody ever follows that, so they set it to 50 for a good reason in this area. Alright, let's get up to speed now. Go up to 85 kilometers per hour. Go 5 over. I'll bump it up to 90 now for 10 over. Speed limit is 80 for trucks. Someone's flying down the highway there. In this section, I just let it coast down the hill and turn off cruise control before I turn it back on to save a little fuel. Because diesel trucks are fuel hungry, although they're not as fuel hungry these days, but steps in making trucks more efficient really made an impact on. Whoa! What in the world? Okay. Good thing I didn't swerve too much. That's the thing about people that I also do myself, is swerving to avoid accidents. Sometimes not swerving is the best option to go. It's like if someone's coming onto straight on. Actually, yes, in that case you would have to swerve, but say someone was cutting straight in front of you, making a turn at an intersection, instead of swerving, where you might end up going into the same... Oh gosh. Okay. But you might swerve onto the car where it is after... Not after, but if you swerve to where they were before, you'll miss them entirely. If you swerve to where they are now, which is what people generally do, that's where the accident happens. I mean, the other guy's at fault too. But... Oops. I don't think I'm making myself very clear. That's okay, I am new to this whole streaming and talking to myself thing. I prefer doing streaming and trucking and doing simulation with other people, because it's a little easier to have a conversation and not be dull. I think I bumped that sign there. Oops. You know, one thing I want to know is, what does it mean when the yellow lights are flashing? Does it mean you have to stop, or is it based on right of way? It's like the signs tell you the right of way, but sometimes some intersections don't have it. And I don't know right of way rules in Europe, so... I hate it when people like this block the way to where exactly your cargo is. Because then you can't tell where your parking spot is. Oh, there you go. Good. Good, good. They went away. That was an alright parking. Here we go, that's alright. There's no extra points for parking more perfectly. Alright. Next up. Let's see what other job we can take from this point. Preferably rather short. I don't think I want to go back to Rotterdam. I know Calais gets chaotic sometimes. We'll go to Osnabrück. Alright, let's head on over. Next job. Coming. Let's go. Alright, we're right here at our destination, or our starting point. Let's see, what other options do we have? Gooseneck, platform. Let's do this one. This is an interesting trailer. We'll do it that way then. It looks, it's a gooseneck, so it's a little high, and it offsets that front container, so. Well, for normal trucks like this one, it's no gooseneck, that's normal, but... There's a video somewhere I saw someone trying to... They had an old sedan that was like dirt cheap, and it was just like a toy to play around with at that point because it was so old and wrecked. So they tried towing a gooseneck trailer with that. It was rather interesting. I was gonna go at the repair shop, but that's okay. 1% damage is tolerable. Oh gosh. Someone's not happy. I think this means I have the right of way if there's a yellow diamond in the inside. And just based on US rules of right of way, at the T intersection, the top T part, if you will, has the right of way over the road that's ending, so. Yeah, like here we have the yield signs. I'm guessing, or actually yield, you shouldn't have to, you don't have to stop, but it's, you don't have the right of way, so be prepared to stop. Oh, we're making a left turn here. This is a little perilous, especially when there's a lot of people. Stop sign. Alright, let's floor it. Come on, 730 horses. I believe in you. The car volumes, though, are really loud for some reason. Actually, all the other trucks are loud. Oh. Rest in peace. I don't think I did anything other than drive real slow. Which I'll speed up now a little bit. That's interesting. But yeah, the cars and other trucks other than yourself are annoyingly loud. I haven't... It's probably a setting that I haven't toggled or adjusted for. It's probably under the sound menu and I never remembered to turn it down. Because like my own truck, I can barely hear it. And yet, so that means it must have good soundproofing. Okay. So why, so like if it has good soundproofing, why are the outside elements so unsoundproofed, if you will? So it doesn't make sense. So I'll have to look into that. What in the world is that car doing? That's very interesting. Cars are interesting on this server, or in general. People have a different mentality when they're driving cars versus trucks. Although some people are the same either way. They're ridiculous drivers in trucks, but one problem is you don't get the feeling of all the other factors into your driving, like your acceleration, your G-forces, or how stable the car feels. Like you can feel those things through your steering wheel, your body, your seat. Some, if you have an older car, you could even feel how the engine's performing through the pedals if they're mechanically linked. These days, cars are moving to the pedals where they're literally just electronic sliders to tell the computer how much throttle you want from it, and it'll say, okay, I'll see if I can deliver that to you. Which I like and don't like. It gives a better efficiency potentially, but over a control standpoint, I don't like it at all. And God forbid the brakes be like that. Some cars are like that, and it's really hard to stop nicely. Like even if you try, like they do their best, they put like a hydraulic pump in the brake pedal, it just doesn't give the same feeling. It's really difficult to stop nice and smoothly. I don't know if it's the same for trucks though. It's probably still, I don't know. I'm guessing trucks are also starting to go for more computerized systems or whatnot with steering and pedals. The new Honda Odyssey has a cool thing where the steering used to be hydraulic, but now it's electric. So your steering wheels are turned by electric motor instead of hydraulics. I forgot what benefits it gave you, but apparently there were a few benefits that gave something like better steering response, or oh my god, what in the world? That's the second person driving backwards. Oh, the lane line's a little questionable there. That's the odd thing with the winter, though. The tire tracks are not lined up properly in every spot. And then without the snow, like stock ETS2, like the tire markings too aren't consistent. They don't match, which is a little pet peeve of mine. And for some reason, it looks like this in this lane there was a three-wheeled vehicle because the shoulder line has the snow is like erased from there, if you will. So that means a lot of cars ran over it. But who drives on the line all the time? It doesn't make sense, but so it does make it. Yeah. Oh, that part was a little better synchronized, but it makes it hard to judge if you're on the lane or not in the lane, and whether you're cutting someone off or not, which is rather important in a truck, because you don't know where your tail is necessarily. Let's turn on the high beams. Oh, someone's coming. Back on, lane change. Yeah, there's a little inconsistent in here. I don't know, is this a one huge tire vehicle that's run through here? Oops. Oh, no, we're going to loop around on the left lane. Alright, so we'll just coast from this point on, because this truck has a lot of momentum. M times V. Yay, physics. Using the retarder to brake to save air brake pressure. The automatic transmission, this is a little shaky. I like the Volvo one more, but I like the Volvo auto transmission better. It shifts a little more, I don't know how to say it, more intelligently. It doesn't shift up and shift down randomly like we did before. Like, I only moved the throttle like a slight bit and it jumped. Sometimes it doesn't really know what it's doing. But this is the first Scania I've driven, and I actually like it. I used to not like any other truck other than Volvos, because I like the reliability and the clean layout of the Volvos and how powerful it was. It was 750 horsepower. It's the strongest. It has the largest engine displacement out of all the trucks in ETS2, so it makes driving through hills or anything a breeze. It is a little excessive though sometimes, so a 730 will do just fine. 730 horsepower, which is what this truck has. But I got used to this, like the 750 horsepower, so it feels a little underpowered to me, or anyway. And going with the 600, which is what I started out this truck with before I leveled up enough to upgrade the engine, it was just painful to drive because this 600 horsepower feels really it's like incomparable. So, but now that I've upgraded, 100 plus horsepower does make a difference. It really does. There's a coach bus stop with the supposed rumors of coach buses coming through ETS2. That never happened. The bus stops are still there. And yes, I have noticed that I totally missed my turn there because I was too busy talking about other stuff. The engine displacement sizes of various trucks and how it does make a difference on how it feels to drive. Now that I've driven this Scania, the engine sounds a lot better than the Volvo. The Volvo sounds a little artificial, if you will. doesn't sound like a proper truck. This one sounds like a... You know what it sounds like? It reminds me of a Cummins diesel engine. Those have a very distinctive diesel engine noise. I don't know if this is a Cummins though. It might... Watch it be actually a Cummins diesel engine. Cummins V8. Because that's what's in this truck, a V8 engine. Oops. I shouldn't do that. I get annoyed when people do that, so I won't do that. Be nice and courteous. So that's the way to roll. Alright, let's see where it is. There it is. Let's see where my trailer is. Let's straighten out. Alright. Oops. Keyboard shortcuts. Let's see. That was an okay parking. Could have been better. Let's drive. Alright, let's see. What's next? That's a shorty. Hamburg. Frankfurt. It's either beef or floor tiles. Let's do beef. Heavy cargo. I love that. Alright, let's go. Pick up our cargo. Which is like a block away. Alright, let's go. Coast is clear. Right here on our left is our... Oh, I just missed it. I've clipped it somewhere, but there's a funny clip on stream before. Ooh, aerodynamic refrigerated. Let's do that. That's a fancy looking trailer. But a friend of mine, Phil, he ran out of fuel, so, and luckily there's a fuel stop off the highway, so he glided into it. But the point where where the truck lost all of its momentum was literally just before the spot to get the fuel. So what I had to do was I had to ram into the back of him to push him in, because that's the only way you can move other players in ETS2 Multiplayer. You can't actually push them, you have to ram into them, so it has an effect on them. I think you should be able to push another truck, but in the few times we've tried, he's run out of fuel twice so far as I remember, and both times me pushing him hasn't helped. Because I don't know, there's probably some friction bug. There's also a friction bug in Lockheed Martin FSX. Lockheed Martin's not a simulator, it's their product, Prepar 3D, that's a simulator, sorry. Yeah, they have friction bugs in there as well. probably something about the static friction is not programmed correctly. Or maybe it's overestimated or something like that. Or maybe because it's... Never mind. I'm not a game developer, I don't need to think about these things, I just ask for them. Let's focus on driving. But on physics notes, I wish, or not wish, I hope that the multiplayer team adds physics for the snow, because driving in snow and being able to drive like you're on normal roads is a little unsettling. Some people, they're like, nah, there's no difference, but being able to go around turns at high speeds makes me a little unsettled, because I have driven in real snow, and translating that to here is a little, it breaks everything, because my mind knows what should be going on, and that doesn't happen. Like this, on this turn, I'd be going a little too fast right now. I feel uncomfortable, but nothing's happening, so it should be sliding a little. That doesn't happen. I really need to look up the flashing yellow lights. I'm afraid I might make someone mad who knows the rules, or by following the rules I think that are such but not such, make someone else mad. Yeah, that engine right there sounds really nice. I don't know if you can hear it with the quality of the audio over the stream. This speed kind of scares me, but I know nothing's actually going to happen as a consequence of my high-speed driving. Because I know that physics aren't working to snow standards, if you will. But mentally, I'm mentally wrecked. Let's turn on the high beams. Oops. We can go 100. Let's just, why not? Save a little time. Trucks can only go 90 in real life, but if we can go 100, if we can bypass that speed limiter, why not? It's only a simulator. This road is fairly straight anyway, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. People who floor it though, basically the whole way, the whole time they're driving, drives me crazy though. I mean, I get it, not everyone has pedals or anything. I don't have pedals, but speeding on the highway at 140 kilometers per hour is a little scary. Oh, someone's coming. So my pedal, if I said I don't have pedals, but some of you might be wondering, how am I able to control my throttle input so precisely compared to keyboard? That's because I do have a joystick, so I use that as my pedal. I kick it forward for throttle and I pull it back for brake. It works. It's a little awkward. It took me some getting used to, but now it's very second nature, so that's what I use. And then for steering, I use a mouse. Just mouse steering. There's none of this jerkiness like that you see when watching streams of people who drive with keyboard, just watching their steering wheel jab back and forth is a little. You get a little nauseous after a while, so it's nice to have the. You need the variable control input for your steering, pedal, and braking. Because driving is not a perfect world. You can't always apply the same amount of force you use in one situation in another. I should probably turn my high beams back on now there's no one here. Here's someone. Someone's coming. Turn the high beams off. Here in multiplayer, the high beams aren't much of an issue, but in real life, they really do blind you. So I just keep that courtesy when driving here, because why not? Good practice anyway. And I have a lot of lights too in the front of my truck. I have the normal headlights and then the exclusive headlights for the Scania R, plus 2 racks of, I think, 4 lights each to give this excellent visibility you see in front of you right now. Oh, I should probably go fuel when I think about it. That was the most questionable lane change you will ever see me do. Oh, there was a hill. I didn't really have to use a retarder. Take this stall. Oh, I still have a lot of fuel. That's fine. Keeping a full tank is not a bad idea. Just in case we get stranded in the middle of nowhere, like my friend always does. That's probably why he always runs out of fuel and I don't. I still fill up the fuel when I don't need it. I mean, if you see here, there's a lot of money I have there, so $1 billion. And it is legitimately earned. What happened was ETS2 Multiplayer is in a time way ahead of what my game simulator time was, and I have employees, and they earn money for you. So like that's like probably 50 years of everyday driving, and voila, magically a lot of money appears in your wallet with that. So that's why it's like it's a time money glitch. It's sort of cheating but not cheating at the same time. I should have used that hill to really accelerate down the hill, but that's okay. There's not too many people here. Let's go into the middle lane, because since we'll be cruising a little faster than the maximum truck limit of 90, and people who do that will usually hang on the right lane so we can pass them. Oops, I'm drifting to the other lane. I don't know, maybe I should stay. The reason... Oh, someone's coming. Oh man, that's fast. That's real fast there. Oops. Don't blind them. Now we can turn on our brights. Oh, we need to head off the runway. Not runway. Whoa, where did that come from? Highway. Oh gosh. I know he went off that road there. That was kind of funny. That's why you don't drive so fast, kids. Looks like there's a convoy there. Let's head into the slow lane. Here we go. It finally shifted. I was trying to coax it into shifting up. And it was just like, I want to stay in this gear. Not quite. It eventually shifted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this automatic transmission. It's just me. But the Volvo one is definitely much better than this one. Entering the city, so we'll slow down with the retarder to 50. Oh, my turn signal went off. Looks like there was a party in there. There are. Alright, I'll start pulling forward. Alright, coast is clear. I can go. Since I don't have the right of way, so. Oh, that guy was probably going to the wrong place. He was about to go in the garage. We have the same destination. Come on, you can do it. Oh man, look at this snazzy streamlined trailer. It looks real nice. Now I think about it, I've never had this trailer until today. I've always wondered where I've seen people driving it, and I've wondered, what is that? So it's a streamlined trailer, now I know. What are you honking at me for? You probably hit the wrong key, that's why. That's why. I'm just being playful. Alright. Oops, wrong way. Man, today I'm better at parking right now. This So I'm in a good mood for reversing trailers today. Oh, that's a little shabby. That's fine. Yeah, that was a little crooked. There's no bonus points for parking exceptionally well. It's the same 40 XP. Alright, let's head on to the repair shop. And let's actually I'll take a detour around so we can get this area explored. So I only have 56.33% explored. Oh man, look at all these roads I haven't done. Wow. There's a lot of roads. I don't know what hidden gems there are. Some places, like in Austria, when you go towards Innsbruck, the scenery is gorgeous. It's really magnificent. So that's a hidden gem. Go to Innsbruck and ETS2. You'll love it. You'll like it. Oh, didn't I say I was gonna go around the other way? I'll go this way since the repair shop's on this road. So. Is he following me? I hope he knows I'm literally going in a circle. Oh no, that's not happening. Couldn't accelerate quick enough. What was that? I don't know. I felt like a little questionable driving there. Put a little excitement into driving. Oh, here he comes. Not today. He's probably trying to seek revenge. I dodged him. Alright, let's do one last job for tonight. Let's see. Preferably rather short. Who's that? Huh, they're all very long. Gee, thanks. Hanover. Oh, we'll do that. What is this friend request? Is it that guy? Michael. Yeah, it's like, I don't know him. I'm not gonna take random friend requests. Up is up here on the quick right turn. That's a little scary. There's unknown guy friend requesting me and following me now, which is a little odd. It's a little unsolicited. Oh, we've got another gooseneck, but I'll take the curtain slider because it looks a little more presentable. aerodynamics are probably a little better than the gooseneck trailer with the aluminum, the strengthened aluminum, with all those bends to make it a little stronger. Okay, let's go. I think we're going to Hanover, I think it was? Yes. I never check where I'm going, so I always... Where's that Mike Cole guy? He left. That's okay. Alright, looks like we're all clear. Let's head on up. One last job. Oops, we have to make a left turn. Oh, that was really questionable. That's okay, there's no one behind. No one's mad. Hopefully. Whoosh. Let's add some power. You know, we're in a tunnel. So, if you look at the road, if you think about it, something's a little off here. It's a pretty long tunnel. I don't think winds are that strong in Europe. And the ground is basically coated in snow. I don't know what to make of that. Holeless. Is he following me? No, not anymore. Okay. Escaped the creepy guy. Unless he's zooming his way here right now. Which I don't think he will be, yeah. Alright, we'll head on over to the middle lane. Set a cruise to 100. It's one of the bright lights, high beams. Let's head on down south to Hanover. It's a Hanover, I don't know. Oh, someone's coming. Whoa. That was a little dangerous. Hit the wrong key there. Oh, someone's coming. Someone's coming again. A friendly honk. Someone is coming. Man, These lights cover a big distance, like that hill way yonder is being illuminated very well by my brights. I guess that's what you get with adding like 5 bajillion extra lights. Although I used to have more on my old Volvo, but I took some out on that truck, and this truck I've been much more conservative. Some people are real crazy with their lights. It's amazing. It gets to a point where it's really unnecessary. It's just a way to show off your truck, which, yeah, I guess that's what the point. What the point is here. How much customization can you get on your truck? And this is a serious lean angle right there. Once you're going 100, things really start to small steering inputs are definitely noticeable if someone's coming. Some beacon lights. We're gonna have to go in the right lane here. Looks like there's some lights here. Slow down. Use the hill as braking as we throttle up. That guy's really flying there. That's pretty fast. We'll be taking an exit right away. That guy's going pretty fast too. That turn is really sharp here on this exit. It's a little scary. Alright, welcome to Hanover, everyone. Our last stop of the day before we turn in for the night. It's perfectly nighttime in the simulator as well, so nice way to conclude the session of trucking. Sending over to the slower lane. Doesn't seem like there's anyone coming, so we can blast on through the stoplight. And we can just glide from this point on, because the city speed limit is going to be 50 kilometers per hour anyway, so and we'll save fuel while doing that, because when your foot is not on the pedal, you are not using fuel. Simple as that. I saw that in a trucker's video somewhere about using the retarder. Oh, we have company right here. Oops. I brake a little too soft there. Alright. These parking here used to be a big challenge for me, but now after practice makes perfect. You can actually at least get it in the spot and line it. It's still not perfect parking, but at least it's rather straight and in the spot. Oh wow, I almost lined it up perfectly right there. I made my own day a little easier. And I totally screwed it up by going a little too fast. not quite. There we go.